Yo guys, what is up? Good afternoon. Thought it was morning for a second. I haven't even long been up. Welcome to another player challenge. Today we have Scuba versus Asus. So it's a best of 11. This one is sponsored by AKA Baloney. Again, another one that he's supporting. He's putting up crazy amounts of money lately. So yeah, we've got best of 11. If you check in the description of this live stream, you will find all the terms of the rules and stuff. It's random reverse. There's a map list to pick from. Rather than any map, there's certain maps that Scuba doesn't like, which I suppose is fair enough. So let me check what rules I put. Let me see what I put at the first game. Scuba chooses first map. Yeah, best of 11. First to win 6. I have to go in around about 2 hours, so hopefully this is going to be quicker than 2 hours, not some massive GLA mirror spam, which could be with random reverse. Scuba's going to choose the first map. It can be any official map, and then there's a load of other maps to choose from as well. Desolated District he wants. Quite an early stream today, 1 PM GMT. Normally doesn't happen because Scuba now I think lives in Australia. His time zone, it will be evening for him, I believe. Owen cover, by the way, is Asus. Okay, and we're going to kick off with the first game. Mohammed Al-Bavari says, why don't I play challenges? So that's a good question. I'm thinking of stopping casting some of them and actually playing some of them, because there's some good money to be won in some of these challenges. $50 a piece. If I win a challenge every couple of days, it's $50 every couple of days. It's not a bad little profit. So we've got Scuba on the left hand side with USA Laser in the green, and then top right we've got Owen Cover, aka Asus. I think he's from Ukraine, and he's probably the best player from that part of the world. He actually knocked out Scuba from the World Series. I can't remember the score exactly, but yeah, he still won. So Asus on the right hand side, he is with China Tank in the yellow. So yeah, I think Scuba's quite confident against Owen Cover or Asus, but he was also confident against him in the World Series, and in the World Series Asus beat him. I've played a few 1v1s against Asus in the past, actually quite a few, and he is very, very good, very, very fast. That truck, was that truck a little bit slow or just me? Two decent supply placements from Asus. War Factory barracks from Scuba is very, very standard. Those are going towards the top. Going to be pretty much fully loaded with missile defenders. Those are scouting for Scuba. GATs being sent around the map for Asus or Owen cover. I hate it when people use two names, it's so annoying. First V is going to go towards the top. Is it going to spot the GAT though? He has spotted the GAT. The GAT itself does know there is a V there. Is Owen cover going to spot this? Little bit of damage caused to the V. He's now shooting up the mountain. That's a little bit annoying for Scuba. There's another GAT coming straight down the middle. There is an ambulance and a V there. Let me know some score predictions in the chat, by the way, before this game properly kicks off. Nice GAT there. I think so far... Oh, actually, I was going to say so far Scuba's coming out on top, but this GAT here has got in the supply line. This GAT's going to get in the supply line as well. This V over here for Scuba is still hanging around, and he's going to need that. That's looking very, very bad for Scuba, losing... Well, that one's actually escaped. I'm surprised he didn't attack that. More and more GATs being streamed across the map, and Scuba's looking under quite a bit of pressure. Got a laser tank. It's going to help chase some of this away. No laser locks from Scuba. This is really, really poor. There's no fast laser locks. There is another GAT here now taking all of his Chinooks out. That's pretty much his whole economy dead apart from this. I don't know if he spotted that or not. Ace is still continuing with the pressure. Dozer's been taken out there. Propaganda center being deployed. I suppose the only way Asus can lose now is if Scuba just pushes straight through the map, which is pretty much what he's going to go for. Just depends on the micro of these Vs. Scuba's micro usually is pretty good. That said, though, it's not been that amazing in the first few minutes of this game. More Chinooks going down. V getting about half HP there. More GATs coming in. There is a laser tank going to chase some of these GATs away, probably. But the question is, will Asus be able to hold on now? His propaganda center is still on 75%. There's only one GAT here. Troop crawler. What I like to do usually when the player sends his V straight across the map like this is you want to try and get building killers inside of the base. So like flamers, troop crawlers, stuff like that. Because GATs cannot kill buildings. This power plant's going to go down. It's going to kill a load of infantry. Maybe not. Power's gone down, which is going to slow down any ECMs. It all comes down to this micro. Power's going to be taken out. But Asus is now looking in a world of pain. These two Vs literally gone straight across the map. That's not good news for Asus. I think his propaganda center could have been a little bit earlier. If he'd have made that like 3 or 4 GATs earlier, he didn't need all of these GATs in there. He was already doing enough damage. Power's now been taken out. It all comes down to this, though, so we need to focus here. If an ECM comes out, though, with these GATs, that's actually not such a bad situation for Asus. It's a troop crawler. Where's the ECM, though? Where's the ECM? And why aren't these on guard mode, killing the building? ECM and GATs out now. If he can just laser... If he can... Not laser lock. If he can lock one of these down with the ECM... He's actually not in that bad of a situation. This V's getting awfully close to death. But Asus's GATs are thinning out as well. Supply now re-established. These red guards just need attack moving across the map and just guard mode in the base. It's the ECMs and the GATs that are going to defend this. Now he's going to probably lose... Oh, I thought he was going to lose his ECM, but luckily for him, it does survive just. One V is very, very low. Those is going to get picked off. Will it cost a V its life? No, it just escapes. Just the right amount of HP. These red guards are blocking the way of the GATs, and it's not good. He needs to send the red guards somewhere to attack. The other, those are potentially... Why are these not on guard mode? I just don't understand it. Why are you not... Why is he not shooting the buildings? I just don't understand. He's now finally shooting the building, but this is a little bit way too late in my opinion. That said though, I think even though this is going to die really, really slowly, one of them will vet up from that, and I think actually if Asus just holds this area here without losing too much, I think actually he's probably still won. Scuba realizes this, he has to go back. This building, will it go down? Yeah, it will go down, but the question is, will that building go down? Asus now going across the map. These red guard really need to be split out from these gas and ECMs. That need to be split out. Scuba's decided to split his stuff up, I think. Where's the other V gone? Oh no, the other V's there. I just missed it. Okay, importantly for Scuba, his V's are vetting up. So he's got a few vetted units inside of there, and that one is a level 2 V. Scuba's now got one building left. This building's going to get taken out from Asus. This is not perfect play from both. I think Asus could have played this a bit better. Like, potentially that supply could have gone down as well if he'd have guard moded. Like, this is just a little bit strange for me. Flamer was coming across the map, but it actually sent straight across rather than waypointed round. Flamer is going to be waypointed. Is Scuba going to see that? He is going to see that. But these red guard, they don't need to be in there with them. Just attacking them across the map, and then the V's are totally distracted by the red guard because they will have to deal with that. Scuba's still going to have a hard time though because Asus is still collecting. He isn't on no dozer though. Some of these gas are getting awfully low HP. One V is dead, and that is the strong one as well. Well played from Scuba. GG. I don't even think that was really that well played from Asus. It was far from perfect. I just think there was like no maybe Scuba's just caught off a little bit cold or something. There was not really any laser locks. There was a V-light kind of left at the top for a while. Defense was far from perfect as well, but I don't know. It's the first game. Let's see what happens in the reverse. So now Asus will go laser, Scuba will go tank. If you enjoy these regular challenges, by the way, remember hit the like button. We've got another challenge later on actually. Size versus Boyka in a possible best of 27. With $190 total prize on the line. There's a $70 bet from each player, and then a $50 extra donation if one player wins by a difference of 5 games. So yeah, look forward to that later on. It's in what time are we on now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 hours from now that starts. There will be a break between. I'm not going to continuously stream through. So we've got Scuba now with the green tank general on the top right of a desolated district, and then in the bottom left we've got laser for Owen cover. Yo Muhammad, welcome. Asus with laser in the bottom left. He's in the yellow. So how's he going to play this differently from Scuba? Scuba's going for same build order that Asus did before. 2 supplies, 2 war factories, very, very standard, pretty much exactly the same position. There's not really much else you can do as tag. Maybe seen some people do like an aggressive war factory somewhere in the middle. Some people do a war factory down here. Some people might want to do 3 supplies, 1 war factory, and then do a little bit, do some expanding later on. Two gas coming straight across the map. So if you've got the perfect supply placement, I'd like to make 3 or 4 GATs, and then the top pros will then take a pause and then drop down the propaganda center and then resume production. I think that's the fastest, most like optimal way. But there's going to be no propaganda center in sight. And we have got a no eco from Asus. Let's see if the laser locks here are on point or non-existent like they were before. So Scuba's still streaming GATs across the map, even though he's figured out this supply has not been taken. Question is, at that point, do you want to start grouping them in your base instead? This ambulance, if that takes some damage, that's not good. There's no ECMs out because Scuba has just purely made GATs. Wants to try and close. I'd kill probably the power first, then the war factory, but it doesn't really. I don't think it makes too much difference. The only thing is, if you stop the power, it halves the production on both. Whereas if you kill the war factory, obviously that's just stopping that one war factory, but it's pretty much the same. That's a bad unload. Why are you unloading there? Asus saved his Chinooks. Those are going down. Mine's on the supply. Now the war factory's being targeted, but the red guard here, you need to move. This GAT is going to cause quite a bit of damage to that V. That V might actually go down. Oh, that V is painfully low, but this is looking bad for Scuba. He's lost so much stuff. This war factory, luckily for him, has survived. 1 V has been picked off. Only 1 V left. I'm not sure that is enough versus the amount of stuff that Scuba has out. That said, though, Asus is not dead back in his base like Scuba was in the previous game. This V... Is he going to target the ambulance here? Yeah, he's going to target the ambulance. Truck going down. Both dozers have gone down now for Scuba. Scuba's GATs congregated at his war factory. It's a shame that he stopped targeting that earlier because he almost had it killed, but then it started getting repaired. If he'd have killed that straight away, I think maybe he would have been in a winning position now. Also, I think the V micro is a little bit questionable, and the decision to get tucked behind there, I think, is a little bit questionable as well. This V is now probably dead. Yeah, it's going to hit the mines, even if it escapes. Yeah, GG, I think. Yeah, I'm not really sure about... Not really sure about the build order. Going for a no eco. Is that necessary? Maybe it is on this map because it is hard to defend this because when your Chinooks are hovering here, literally a GAT can go anywhere, pretty much anywhere on my screen there. You've got to defend that whole area and it's kind of hard. And then at the same time you've got to defend here. GATs can just come straight down the middle. It's such a wide area to be defending. XY Potency says, why am I streaming too early? Well, this is Scuba's time zone, so it's evening for him, so this is why it has to be now. Also, I think Asus is it's a bit late for him as well. I think it'll be like late afternoon, like 5 or 6 o'clock for him, so that's why. But there'll be another stream later on. If it's too early for you, tune in later instead. We've got Size versus Boyka in a best of 27. Dozer taken out there. There is one Dozer left. Power plant, a little bit strange. That ambulance, I think, has survived. It's literally walked all the way across the map. Asus has now just got to defend against everything that's coming at him. Just against everything. That V is going to get unloaded just in time. Power plant potentially going down. Chinook's going down, so it's all going to come down to units, but Scuba's still able to produce because he's still collecting money. But that said, though, these Vs are, I think, are pretty much fully loaded. I don't know about that one there. Oh, all the red guard are being wasted here. So Asus is pretty much done for, I think. And there's only a few units on the map for either player. There are never two troop crawlers coming through. I never one back there. One here, plus the outpost. Yeah, the micro from Asus is not on point. That V there was not meant to go that low. There was no need for it. With the perfect V micro, really, you shouldn't even be going down to half HP. It could be a lot better than that. Looking pretty bad for Asus. Yeah, I can't really see any way he's going to win. There's only one war factory producing for Scuba, but he's on so much money. There's only one firebase left. It's GG. Just the micro and some of the decision making, like the path in for the V's, like going behind there, is just a little bit weird. Nice explosion there with the neutral mines. Yes, a little bit strange, but 1-1. Now Asus will choose the map. So yeah, this is Asus, aka Owen cover. His map choice now. If you want to see what maps are available, you can check in the description of this video. Summer Arena. Is it an NMC map, I think? Okay, on with game number 3. It's going to be random reverse again. Oh, laser versus tank again. No way. Going to be interesting. Let's see if the micro is a little bit better on this one. Exactly the same. What are the chances of that? So we've got Scuba in the north and Summer Arena. He is in the green tank general. And then in the south we've got Asus, aka Owen cover, with the laser yellow. Summer Arena, nice green map. You've got a supply there, and a supply there. So really you've got 3 safe supplies, but then you've also got a load of supplies in the middle. So you've got these ones, these ones, these ones. So that's like 3, 4, 5... 6 really, where it's worth building a supply, I think. But then also, importantly, you've got 4 oils as well. So you've got this one, this one, this one, and this one. Weirdly, though, the 2 middle ones are very, very damaged. And there's plenty of buildings to get inside of as well. So Scuba is going for 2 war factories. Same as before, same as both players did before. We've got Chinook coming in now. I imagine that's going to be dropping off a laser turret. And unless Scuba makes a troop crawler for his first unit, it's going to be hard to deal with that. A little bit slow though from Asus. I feel like he could have built that a little bit faster. I think that's going to be a gap though. Yeah, it's going to be a gap. Yeah, Scuba's off to a bad start here. I don't think he's going to stop that in time. The Gat hung around attacking that for a little bit, so now that's going to get up. This is going to be messy. That's not going to finish. The Doze is taking... Is it taking splash damage or not? Scuba's going to try and deal with this as best he can. It's actually not looking that bad, but I think with the Dozer, with some Dozer crushes... Well done by Scuba. Pretty well handled considering the situation. How to deal with a laser turret. So the unit composition he did there was a GAT and then a troop crawler. Dropped down the bunker, luckily it fitted there, and the dozer built from long distance. But we have a laser tank dropped off on the other side. I don't think I even saw that. And I don't think Scuba did as well. He's lost both trucks, it looks like. Asus fall out with the aggression. Another V coming across the map as well. This is more like it, I think, from Asus. This micro and this aggression looking really, really good. Annoyingly for Scuba, though, because that bunker is built there. And actually, that supply is a little bit too close as well. This laser tank's looking pretty grim, though. Looking like it's going to go down. There's two Vs hanging around in the middle. Asus is on a full 4 Chinooks. On the top right, Scuba's now rebuilt one truck. Why does he keep unloading like that? He does not need to unload. Weird from Asus, man. Why do you need to unload and sacrifice all the missile defenders? I honestly don't understand. Okay, Asus I still think has the advantage. He's collecting on a full 2 supplies. Plenty of Vs out. That tank there has somehow survived. I honestly have no idea how that's happened. Scuba's going to attack in with the right hand side infantry. There's plenty of Vs out here though. But again, this V micros sometimes honestly is just questionable. Just throwing away Vs and missile defenders for absolutely no reason. Scuba now going to attack down the left-hand side. There is a laser turret being dropped down, but I mean, what kind of... I feel like I'm picking on Asus, but what kind of positioning is that? Even if that did get up, which I'm not sure if it is, maybe it will. It wouldn't even block the entrance anyway. Okay, it is going to get up, but I mean, Gats can still walk along there. Chinooks are being brought back too soon. Might lose one for that. Yeah, he's going to lose one for that. USA Bruce says there's lag. That could be why he's doing some weird stuff. It doesn't look that bad to me, but I do appreciate it's different when you're playing. Looks pretty fast to me. So with this laser tank and this Vs, this is an annoying combo for laser. Sorry, for tank, because as soon as you as soon as you ECM down the tank, then the Vs can just fire all their rockets. Scuba's army is thinning out a little bit too much here, but Asus is losing a lot of stuff in the process. I think there's not enough attacking units out now for Scuba. It looks like this might be GG. It needs to be a fast laser lock, which there is. So don't tell me there's lag, because it looks actually pretty quick. That was pretty much instant. ECM there's going to get picked off or just survive, but the 2 war factories are pretty much closed down. 1 dead. Troop crawlers coming out, so there is still a chance for Scuba. All of these missile defenders need moving back, but he's just not interested in making them survive. Scuba first hand, well played anyway. Asus,
you have been defeated.
This is GG and 2-1. It's a best of 11. First to win 6. Okay, 2-1 to Asus. He's been leading pretty much throughout so far. He was the first one to win one game, and then Scuba won the reverse, and now he's up one game again. Scuba now with orange. He's changed his color from green. He is in the south of Summer Arena with the USA laser. And in the north we have Owen cover, aka Asus, with the China tank general. He is yellow. So let's see what Scuba's going to do differently, or if it's going to be pretty much the same. Is he going to drop off a dozer and do a laser turret? Let's see. I didn't see many predictions in the chat earlier, by the way. Let me know your predictions. I know we're 2-1 up for Asus so far, but anything can still happen, I think. Let me know what you think. Bleng says, I bet on Scuba. I'm going to lose $200. You're betting $200, are you? Two war factories out for Asus, two perfect supply placements, whereas Scuba's before was not perfect here, so that did hinder him a little bit. War factory barracks for Scuba. I've seen people like Freestyler will drop down a defense here, so let's say you do like a laser turret here, and then spam missile defenders to here and to here. Laser lock anything that comes up, and then drop down fire bases or a laser turret or a laser tank, whatever you want to do. That can work as well. It can stop any gas coming in now. Yeah, no politics in the chat, please. Please don't start that again. Honestly, please don't. So, Scuba now has a gat in the back of his base. Scuba's got an injured V there, needs to get out of the way. There is another V coming in to help deal with it. Asus now on 3 supplies, dropping down a propaganda center behind this. Scuba's dozer is getting picked off there on the right side. That one is now vulnerable because it's right next to an outpost. Plenty of gats out, but it's lacking ECM, so these Vs will still do good damage against it. It is a little bit laggy. He did freeze there for a second. Those gats need to get back and be repaired. Troop crawler here to help deal with it. Oh, V's fully unloaded. Not sure if that's the best decision. He is going to get out of there. A few missile defenders do go down, but behind this, Owen cover is now expanding to the left-hand side of the bunker. Troop crawler through the middle. Asus has got loads of yellow on the map. I need to decide whether I'm calling him Asus or Owen cover. I'm going to call him Asus. Asus has got loads of yellow over the map. You only have to look around and you can see loads of GATs and ECMs are now out. Strategist ended up being dropped down, a bit of a risky position. Bunker now fully established. Blank says, what can you suggest if I lose this bet? Well, who have you bet $200 with? Because I don't know who you bet $200 with. Outpost is going to take out the laser tank, but this dozer is at risk as well. Search and destroy has been deployed. Tank is going to get taken out. Dozer is saved. I would like to see MiGs behind this. Okay, airfield being dropped down. Asus is now on 4 supplies. And that's a bad V. It's taken out completely. I think he was perhaps trying to go for the airfield. I don't know if he's used a scan or not. He's got, well, he had the scan from the intelligence from the strategy center. Chinook there going down. One does go completely down, but lost all of his stuff in the process. MiG's now out with napalm as well, but Scuba knows this is coming though and has cheap Avengers at 1500. There is a Black Lotus somewhere here because I can hear it. I just don't know where it is. Oh, Lotus is in the middle capturing the oils. Asus has got way too much money now. This is actually a good China map because you can collect from the middle at quite low risk. Whereas Laser has a hard time because if you... Oh, there's a drop coming and I think that's loaded with stuff. Not quite sure what. But the MiGs are circling though, so if that drops off some Vs... Oh, but he's hit the Chinook and not what came out of it. It's got inside of the bunker. That was bad targeting from Asus. I think he should have been prepared for what was coming out. He should have shot the thing that came out on the ground, not at the Chinook itself. That was bad. It could have been stopped, in my opinion. But either way, decent choice from Scuba. His Chinook is going to go down though, taken out by that supply potentially going to go down as well. 2 troop crawlers going to push through the middle. There's an Avenger now in the mix for Scuba's army. Scuba's bunker is probably going to get taken out by this flamer. I don't think he's going to kill the supply. But the V will. Didn't even realize there was another V there, actually. There is now another airfield with MiGs, but that MiG did go down. There is another one back in the air now. Plenty of these laser tanks and an Avenger for Scuba. No tow missile though. These guys need to go back. Do not want to be attacking into that. This is a little bit weird from Asus. I don't know if he's got retaliation mode on and they're just automatically going towards Scuba's army, but yeah, bit sloppy because he had a massive advantage here. He had pretty much, well, he's got all of the oils. He's got all of the oils, gas ECMs and MiGs. There should not really be much laser can do about it. But Scuba does have a decent composition. Gas there cleared up by Scuba. 2 MiGs coming in though, and that is a really nice pick off, even if he loses some MiGs there, because he does have the oils to fund this. The MiGs do survive actually. 2 of them do anyway. A10 coming in and absolutely destroying loads of stuff there. Big attack here now from Asus. I do not know if attacking into this is the best thing. He can just sit back. 1 tank is picked off there. It would be nice if he can pick off some Avengers. V picked off. Red Guard are doing really, really good because they can tank the damage that the tanks are putting out. There is 1 V still here though. There's 3 MiGs coming in from the right hand side, it looks like. Gas taking a bit of damage. This is looking messy for Scuba. Ace is behind this on about 5k. I don't know why I clicked on him, because you can see the money there as well. Scuba might just clear this up. The army is thinning out. We've got a Pathfinder out as well. That's going to help deal with these Red Guards. The GAT, is that going to run over the Pathfinder? I don't know if he's... nah, he's not quite done it. Got a heroic V now. The Asus behind us has got 5k. He's also collecting from there. That truck could be collecting. Oh, Colonel Burton has been detected. But Ace is not reacting. Colonel Burton has been found. That's an annoying pick-off of Scuba's units. He's only on 1 supply now. He could use some of the Chinooks to collect from here, which he is doing now. Oh, I could hear firing, but I didn't know where it was. But actually, has he captured the command center? With the Lotus. Yeah, he must have. I completely missed that. There is a drop coming in now. Asus is just on so much money, though. He's spending it well. He's only got 5k. Those are here at risk, but it is going to be... but again, this is the problem here. He keeps targeting the Chinook. Wait until it unloads his stuff and then fire. That would have been dead. Artillery coming across the map. Gas and ECMs are reacting now. MiGs are going to come back in the air. That V is dead. Nicely played. Strategy center goes down. GG thrown down by Scuba. Well played to Asus. Really, really well done. Again, not 100% flawless though. Like, I think we're seeing a lot more flawless games when we're seeing Boyka versus Size. But either way, Asus gets the win. 3-1. Okay, we're just waiting for Scuba now. Yeah, he's going to choose the map. Scuba going to one of his favourite maps, which is TD Classic. It's actually also one of my favourite maps. I really, really like it. You got compared to the normal tournament desert, you've got your 2 supplies are relatively safe, for really, really close to each other. You can expand to the middle nice and easy because the ridge is taken out. You've got wider sides, so you can do more stuff rather than the more narrow sides. Exile says, what do you prefer, second war factory or S&D versus tank? I very rarely do a second war factory unless I've got crazy money. I always get search and destroy. But yeah, if I get a load of money, like I think actually I played against Asus the other day, and I think I did 2 war factories as laser versus his tank. Then it was literally, I think it was on liquid gold. Someone might have saw it on live stream, but it wasn't until I had loads and loads of money. I like to go for S&D first. So we got Scuba on Tournament Desert Classic with the GLA Vanilla in the north, in the green, and in the south we've got Owen cover with China Vanilla in the yellow. So yeah, Tournament Desert Classic is like moved that supply to there, and then yeah, the other supply is there. But this terrain is just a little bit different. The sides are wider. And then this middle is actually open, so you can do more stuff. I actually prefer it open like this. Owen cover going for an aggressive war factory. I do feel like he's up against it here because the imbalanced matchup that is China versus GLA. Trick is roaming around trying to get off some worker kills. He's probably going to achieve it on this left hand side actually, but the worker is going to almost finish the tunnel. On the right hand side the tunnel is finished. In the middle the tunnel is going to go down, so that's actually not a bad start from Asus. Oh, why is there no flame wall? Please. Okay, he's still going to kill it, but that flame wall could have been faster though. This tunnel over here is going to get up. There's an aggression down the right hand side from Scuba. It's on the 2 RPGs. The Doze needs to be careful though, because it's going to go right into it. There's a tech something coming in. Tech RPG perhaps. Tech RPG's coming in. It's going to try and hit some trucks. It's going to succeed as well. Those trucks have pretty much got nowhere to go. I don't know if they can actually escape out of there. Amir says, Dommy, was there a LAN party in Germany recently? Not that I know of, but there might be. I'm not in Germany, so I don't know. I didn't hear about one, but maybe there was. There was a few years ago, I don't think recently. Flamer might actually succeed in taking out that tunnel, but that said though, there is a Scorpion there to help the tunnel. So tunnel does go down to the hole, but the Scorpion has helped. The barracks has been taken out by a flamer. Trick's now taking big damage, and I think there's going to be a super tech scene here. This is not going to be good news. There is a flamer in Scuba's base though. That could probably just go straight in and war factory, kill the war factory and the supply. Needs to be careful. This Gat is flaming his own thing here. This is looking... Oh, no. This is what I mean with Asus. He plays really, really good, but it's just these little things, man. If that flamer had gone down the back and into there, that would have been guaranteed dead. That's a massive, massive mistake. He's probably concentrating here, but the idea is you have this unit on one hotkey, and then you have that flamer on another hotkey. So, I don't know, man. That was just that's a big wasted opportunity for Asus. If that was me, I'd be kicking myself. Flaming his own stuff. This is terrible. Oh my god. Okay, so all things considered, I suppose he's not doing that badly. Scuba is denied all map control. But there is a big army now that Asus has to deal with in his base. It's not looking that great. think overall Asus's strategy was actually pretty good, and he did some decent things, but there's just a few mistakes that's just a little bit painful to watch, like flaming all his gats and that flamer not going into the supply line. I think Asus has lost this one. It's going to be hard to deal with this, even if a Helix comes out now. I mean, there's 2 quads, a few RPGs there. The Helix has got nothing to load up with either. Asus is dropping down a bunker on the right hand side. There is a worker from somewhere is now dropping down a tunnel in Asus's base. Blank says, tell Scuba to get this one for me. I don't think I need to tell him anything, to be honest. Not that I even could if I wanted to, but it looks pretty much to me like Scuba's won this without me saying anything. Asus's base is getting completely wrecked. There is a tunnel now up in Asus's base as well. GG thrown down by Asus. Bit of an imbalanced matchup, GLA versus China, but let's see if Asus can do the opposite, because this is Scuba's favourite map, so you would imagine he has quite a decent strategy with China as well. Okay, so jumping into game number 6, we've got Scuba in the south with the China Vanilla in the green. He's back to green. And in the north, we've got Owen Cover, aka Asus, with GNA Vanilla. In the yellow. So let's see what Scuba's going to do differently here. He's not doing an aggressive war factory with a forward supply. That looks like it could potentially be a perfect supply placement. Well, it does look a little bit close. I think it's just a little bit too close. Not very good for Scuba. Maybe it is. Bit strange. We've got Asus, 2 supplies. War Factory, very, very standard. He's going for a TNT. He's prepared 3 so far, so potentially he's going to go for the power plant. Khabib versus Tony. I don't know, man. I haven't been following it, so I don't know. I'll have to do some research. I'm more looking forward to the Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight on next Saturday. Boxing is my sport that I follow. So first technical out. Scuba with a bit of map control in the middle. I don't know if he... Yeah, he's done that with the barracks. Flamer here. Is that going to be a terrorist? Yeah, it's going to be a terrorist. Is he going to be able to stop it? Yeah, he is. Very, very nice from Asus. Really, really nice. Not collected the scrap, though. He's going to drop off a terrorist here, but he's going to see the mines very, very soon. The mines might kill the technical. He needs to get out of there now. Once he's seen the mines, that has indicated for him to go back. Another war factory being deployed by Scuba. Tentacle does go down. So Tentacle didn't really achieve much, just a little bit of micro time from Scuba, and also took out that Flamer. That Flamer was quite a nice pick-off, but I would like to have seen him pick up the scrap a little bit. Wasted opportunity. He didn't have any RPGs inside of it anyway. Second War Factory going down for Asus. Is that a fake or a real? Looks like a real one, I think, because he hasn't spent much money on other tunnels and stuff. Looks like a real one at the rate it's building, I think. Quite a few quads out in the middle. Mines on Scuba's 2 supplies. Okay, so an engagement here. This is an important one, actually. Are the loads of quads going to go down? One quad is going to go down at least. Another one's going to get picked off, I think, as well. So yeah, a lot of quads gone down there. But there are loads behind it, and the second arms dealer is out as well. So actually, Scuba has been repelled for the time being here on the right side, but needs to send that quad back. I just put one RPG in and just send everything back here. This is just lost units. This is more bad decision making from Asus, in my opinion. Unless he's just keeping him busy. I mean, why throw away units that are on like really, really low HP? Better to go back and let them fight another day. Flame War here from Scuba, and potentially not that great. He's killing his own stuff. 2 gas have gone down. Is Asus going to be able to stop that oil capture? Who will I be cheering for? Probably Tyson Fury, because I don't believe that Wilder's fighting all the best. I believe he is just keeping his belt hostage in America by not fighting the best, but claiming to be the best. But if you look at his who he's fought and his history, he has not fought the best at all. Far from it compared to other people. That's my opinion anyway. So yeah, I'll be voting for Fury to win. It's got an attack down the right hand side. The oil is still not being captured. Asus is going for his own oil. He's got a rebel by it. Bunker not able to fire up on those units. There's plenty of outposts in the middle. And Asus, for the time being, is getting pushed back. No oil capture yet. He's had that upgrade for a while now, but still no capture upgrade coming in. Scuba's pushing through the middle with the flamers. Bunker is cleared out. Airfield taken down. Asus lost a lot of stuff there in the middle. This bunker, annoyingly for Asus now, is taking over. I don't know why he's beaking in it. Flamer is quite damaged. There is a supply here now. Asus finally got his oil. This is a really annoying bunker for Scuba, because that dozer, not only is probably the dozer going to be left on a very, very low HP, but that supply is also not able to collect, and his second supply is also about to mine out as well. Loads of Scorpion tanks out for Asus. Toxin Tractor behind this as well. It's on $600, so he is spending his money. Palace going down for Asus as well. Nice flamer there from Scuba. So quite big armies now in the middle. Flamer is still flame more in that right hand side, but more importantly, Scuba is going to be mined out very, very soon. He's on his $600. He's not level 3 yet, dropping down his command center down anyway, but that's because his dozer is really, really injured. Scuba doing pretty well, considering the matchup. That tank is going down a bit as well, but the flamer has been taken out. Asus does have this left-hand side oil as well, actually, and there's a helix out now for Scuba. Loads of quads out, though, and Scuba's helix is taken out. Flamer taken out as well. That's a really, really nice pick-off. There's still almost around the same amount of XP for both players, though. No one significantly ahead. It's been trade-off on both sides, but Scuba's now only on 1 supply. Loads of quads here. Asus is trying to defend his oil. It would have been nice if he picked off that last red guard. He might... I thought he was going to go behind here with that quad. I don't think he's sure what that quad is even doing. There's so many quads here, though, with the support of the tunnel. GGG from Scuba. Well played by Asus. He's taking a lead now of 4-2. He needs 2 more to win. So far looking like a repeat of the World Series knockout. Ace is taking a lead here, 4-2 on these 2 more to win. Scuba needs to win 4 now and can only afford to lose 1 more game. With random reverse, that might actually be pretty hard because if you get something like air versus super weapon, for example, that's a guaranteed 1-1. Outland rocks. Whoa, China versus air. It's going to be interesting actually because air has trouble defending the sides versus gas. But let's introduce the players first. We've got Scuba with the green, USA Air Force in the south. In the north we've got China Vanilla for Asus. He is in the yellow. Scuba's back to his typical green again. I think it was just that one game. Maybe he forgot to select his color or something. But yeah, if Asus... Actually, I was going to say, if Asus does 2 war factories and spams gas down the sides, it's actually hard for a USA or an air to... Is that a guy? What the hell? Who has seen that before? Who has ever seen that on Homeland Rocks before? That's a guy on the floor. Has anyone ever noticed that before? What the hell is that about? Yeah, I was going to say, if you spam GATs down the left and the right, it's hard for USA to defend against it because this ridge here is really, really annoying. But Asus doesn't seem to be doing that. He might be. He's going for a Helix Water Factory. This is strange, but who's ever seen that guy on the floor before? Okay, so War Factory Helix. This could work. Let's see. Yeah, this build order isn't really my cup of tea. I don't really, not really that fond of it, but I don't know, maybe is he going for MiGs behind this? Or is he actually going for a Helix? It's a little bit strange. I think the Ukrainians and Russian community like to play a lot of the games against each other on Hamachi, so I think Asus is one of those players that actually does like to... he plays on Hamachi versus people like SPL and Sonic a lot. And therefore, when you're playing in a tiny little closed community like that with just like 3, 4, or 5 guys spamming against each other, sometimes some weird build orders can come out. And this is probably one of them. But actually, it is looking real good, man. He's got Scuba like on the ropes. What the hell? GG. He's won the game. Oh my god, I did not expect that. GG, well played from Asus. I thought Scuba would be able to defend against that. Usually just V's MD's instant laser lock on the Helix, but I don't know. I did not expect Asus to take that. I thought it was a bit of a weird build order and I thought Scuba would be able to stop it. 5-2 to Asus. Now he's going to rematch with Air versus China. Okay, Scuba's now playing for his time in this challenge. If Master says that guy on the floor looks like Hawkeye after having been banned. Yeah, good point. Right, Scuba's going to have to play some serious 0 hour now to stay in this. Asus, aka Owen, covering the yellow in the south as the USA Air Force. And in the north, we've got Scuba with the green China Vanilla. Yeah, so China Vanilla against there, that's going to be really, really hard. That said, Asus was just able to pull it off. Scuba thinks it's going to be a no eco. Is it going to be a no eco? It's looking like it might be. Let's see. Two supplies from Scuba. Is he going to do the same as what Asus did with the airfield? He is going to do the same. He's literally doing exactly the same. He's learning from Asus. There's a drop coming in. A Flamer will be Scuba's first unit, no doubt now. But Asus knows the build order because he just did it himself. Oh, the dozer's going to be stopped. The dozer, I can't see the dozer escaping that. Even if the truck comes right over here. Ah, this is... it's not looking good for Scuba, is it? Is that both? Oh no, dozer here. Another war factory being dropped down by Scuba. Airfield needs to be cancelled. There's a drop right in front of the Flamer. Not quite sure about that. Truck taken out. There is a V here with a Hellfire drone. The second war factory is now complete. Only 3 Chinooks. Second truck taken out. Nice laser lock. Is he going to stop the flamer? Sorry, he's not going to stop the flamer, but the missile defenders do go down. Chinook's now in danger. Not quite sure what Asus is going to do about this. He's not reacting at all. He is now, but that one's going to take a bit of damage as well. 2 Vs. Pretty fully loaded. Ah, actually, the other V's here. I didn't even see that. It's gone straight across the map and just straight to the other supply. Very, very nice. Needs to evac that. That's very, very damaged. Asus's evacs are very, very questionable. Does clear this all up for the time being. It's got a V with 1 missile defender in Scuba's base. Scuba's supply is being taken out. Scuba looks like he might actually... Well, actually, it looks good for him here, but you got to remember that Scuba back home has lost his main supply. That V is going down. Well played, Asus, he changed it to. I think... is Scuba going to quit? Scuba's got no units out. Oh, that V did go down, but went down to the... There's no units out for Scuba. He's selecting with 3 trucks. That supply is very, very injured. I feel like a dozer needs to go and escape somewhere. Asus is on $700. Blang, I'd like to know who you placed this bet with. You say you're going to lose $200, but who did you... Are you actually going to lose $200? Who did you place this bet with? Also, never bet against Asus, because Asus is very, very good. Nobody should underestimate him. I think Scuba said before the World Series started that it was going to be a free win. I think he literally wrote the words, "Oh, thanks for the guaranteed free win" or something, and then went and lost to him. And also before these games started as well, Scuba also wrote, "Unless it's a landslide victory" or something like that, to those effects, then it wouldn't. Something like he expects a landslide victory, and anything less is unimpressive. But Asus should not be underestimated. There's a gap in the back of the base now for Asus. The other supply is now in danger. War Factory is going to go down, it looks like. I don't think Scuba can deal with these Vs. It doesn't matter what happens back at his base. I don't think he can deal with his Vs. And the more and more guys that die, the more vetted these become. Dozer goes down, but I really think it just comes... Well, this is last building. GG. Well played. More like a landslide victory to Asus. 6-2. Really, really well played by him. So yeah, anyone who was underestimating Asus at the beginning of this, I don't think you're going to do it anymore. That's the second time he's beat Scuba now. Knocked him out of the World Series. I can't remember what the score was in the World Series. But then... Yeah, just beat him here 6-2. Really, really well played by Asus. It was far from perfect. There's still things he needs to work on. Like, he flamed all of his all of his gats in that China versus GLA game. What else did he do? I don't know. Some of them drops versus China were a little bit weird as well. But I mean, sometimes it looks weird, but actually it was really, really, still really, really well played. Like that Helix and War Factory, versus from the China versus the Air Force. I mean, it looked a bit weird, and I thought Scuba was going to easily be able to defend it, but I think because Scuba sent his V across the map, it actually didn't go that well for him. The Helix just literally flew across the map and won. So yeah, I don't know. Right, I'm going to take a break now, guys. I'll be back in an hour and 45, there or thereabouts, for Size versus Boyka. An hour and 45 from now, which is 1600 GMT. I'm going to take a break now, and then we're back at that. It's Size versus Boyka. It will be a best of 27 with $190 on the line. So make sure you tune in an hour and 45 from now. And I'll see you over there on that stream. So GG, and I'll see you a little bit later.